back to the Eldredge family. In our last video, I showed you guys the start to finish of staining our shop floor. Turned out absolutely fantastic. I love the way that it looks. I love the water resistance, the shine, all of it. So if you guys missed that video, go check it out. We also got our flower beds finished, which was a huge project that I had been waiting to do, because procrastination is key to success. Something like that, right? But we got it all finished and it turned out great. We used rebar and 3/16 inch metal strap. And I did see a comment asking, isn't that just gonna rust? And that got me to thinking, well, yes, it could rust, but how long would it actually take? So I put it into ChatGPT, and it looks like it's gonna take between 50 to 60 years for it to completely rust away. Obviously that depends on the conditions, but I think that's long enough for me. I got a fantastic wife, Marcy. She puts up with a lot, and I love working together on stuff with her. We've taken this completely trashed property and turned it into our dream property, and it's been quite the process. We're not there yet, we're not finished yet, but we're getting close. And she's been asking me for a while to build her some shelves in the laundry room, the unfinished laundry room. So that's what I'm gonna do for her today. And I think if we got enough stuff, we'll actually build one for the pantry as well. These aren't just any shelves though, they're marriage saving shelves. You know, I knew exactly where my wood was for this project. It was right there, right next to the airplane. Well, then we cleaned everything up and now I don't know where it is. You know, that's the problem with cleaning up. You never know where you put something after. Oh wait, there it is. Gotta go into the dark dungeon. It's an absolute rotisserie of a day today. So hot. It's like 95 degrees. I'm like, where's that fall weather at? Because last week when it was in the 70s and 80s, it was fantastic. Now, to say that this is a marriage-saving shelf doesn't really, I mean, it might lead you to think we got marriage problems or something. We don't. We're happily married. But it's going to make Marcy happy, so I am excited to do it for her. Glad the door's wide enough to get that out. Imagine if they made boards the right size that you didn't have to cut them down. I tend to overcomplicate things and try and save a couple of dollars by buying a board that's too big and cutting it, and then you get two for the price of one. It is cheaper, but less efficient. I do want to give a huge shout out to Barb Parker. She is one of the subscribers of our channel, and I gotta tell you what, she has sent us so many things over the years of us doing this, and I am so grateful because she's always so thoughtful with what she sends. She's noticed that everywhere that I put a ladder, it ends up scratching the paint off of our containers. You can see there's an even line across there where the ladder scratches. So without me knowing it, she ordered and sent me these, which are like ladder savers. They basically go on the end of the ladder to keep it from scratching. So Barb, thank you so much. Super considerate of you. And actually all my ladders are outside, but I am beyond excited to use this. It's funny because literally like 2 days ago, I was trying to like zip tie a shirt onto them or something so it wouldn't scratch. I don't care as much about the inside, but when I was working on the outside, I didn't want the outside to scratch all the brand new metal. So I'm excited about those. That's gonna save me from just creating myself more work. Here's my board. It is 3 3/8. So we're gonna measure 2 3/4 inches. Sorry, 1 3/4 inches. That's what we need to cut it at. Safety first. Y'all see it in a lot of my videos, me wearing my AirPods, and 90% of the time, it's for the noise canceling, which I am excited about the new AirPods coming out, because apparently they've got better noise canceling than the older generation, which I'm stoked about. They're an expensive pair of earplugs, but you can also listen to stuff, so I absolutely love it. Those are pretty dang close to the same thickness. They don't have to be perfect for what I'm working on. So I got a question for y'all. How deep is too deep for a shelf? We've got shelves in our bathroom. I want to say they're like 20 to 24 inches deep. And honestly, I feel like they're way too deep. So we could have the same situation in this area because the shelf could be super deep if we wanted it to be. I think we're gonna stick with like a 16 inch shelf, which I think will be plenty for everything that Marcy wants. She wants 3 shelves in the closet area. Now, I am not sponsored by any tooling brand. If you want to, hit me up because I'd be very interested. But I do get questions quite often about the tools that I use. Rigid table saw, absolutely fantastic. In fact, all of the tools that you see me use, I use them because I like them and they work. Especially in building. We've built our entire property using rigid power tools. They're one of the big name brands and they're absolutely fantastic. I think I am going to switch to Milwaukee because they have more specialty tools for like building cars, airplanes. Like they have some of those tools that rigid doesn't have. But for like all carpentry work, everything I've done up to this point has been with rigid. So if you need a good brand, rigid is definitely there. Make sure you get all the brushless stuff though, because there is garbage rigid tools. You got to get the nicer, the like pro models. I need this. I was just gonna leave it in here. Now that the floor is done, we get to build out this entire area with all of my workbenches, workstations. This is gonna be like the woodworking area. I actually don't even remember. I think this is woodworking, metalworking is over there. Oh, and this is like mechanics. So like when I work on dirt bikes and stuff like that, that'll be on the back. So I've got a bunch of workbenches to build and all that kind of stuff, which you guys will see probably like next month. But now I got to get this cutter out of here because I don't have power yet. I also realized I don't have power on this wall and I need to run table saw, chop saw, planer, all of that kind of stuff right here. So I'm going to have to come up with a solution to get power here. I think I'll end up running it down from the breaker, down the container, over to here, and then basically run it along this wall. I think it would work just fine. Run it in some E&T conduit, have it on the exterior. I think it'll work. Good thing Marcy doesn't watch our videos because moving that workbench in there, that thing is heavy. I mean, I don't know how much it weighs, but it weighs a lot. And she was like, can't we just remove the table, the chop saw? And I was like, no, because I need it on there. And here I am removing it literally before I even use it over there. I need 2 shelves, or 2, these are the runners for the shelf. The shelf will go on top of it. So I need 2 for each, and then I need 1 on the back, so I need 3. But I don't know how long that one is, so let's go inside there and measure it. So one day we'll actually get this thing built, this laundry room. So the back is 20 inches. 20 1/4 inch. All right, let's go find, I need some screws to fasten this. You can fasten it with brad nails. I'm gonna fasten it with screws, it's a little bit stronger. I hope I've got some studs here to hook this to. Oh, it looks like we do. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit tricky on this side. We don't have studs really. On the back and the other side we do. So I'm just going to have to figure that out. So the first step in here is basically I went through and marked. I'm doing a shelf at 3 feet, 4.5, and 6 feet. So they're a 1.5 gap, which let me double check. Yeah, that's the right height for the basket case thing that Marcy's got. So I'm going to start on the back, and then I can make sure the shelf is basically perfectly level. Hopefully. There's nothing worse than a crooked shelf. Alright, it turned out absolutely fantastic. We've got 3 shelves put in there. Hopefully they're where Marcy wants them. I'm going to go ahead and measure out our shelf. So we need basically a 17 by 20 inch shelf. Let's go see what material we've got. I've got a couple of different ones. She does kind of want the melamine, which is like the compressed wood chips with the plastic coating on it. But I don't know if I have any nice. I've used, everything that I have is used. And so I don't know if she wants that. We'll just have to see what condition it is in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Well, I'm running a little short on material. I might be able to scrape up enough for those 3 shelves. She wanted a 4th one in the pantry. Don't know if we're gonna have enough. Now these are by no means pretty looking. Now by no means are these pretty looking shelves. We're going with form and functionality over beauty. We are going to actually eventually finish this room. I don't know how many times I can say that and get away with it. But we will. We will finish this room eventually, and we're actually gonna we'll build in some new custom shelves. These walls aren't perfectly straight, and so I could have adjusted and made the shelves a little bit larger and got them to fit a little bit tighter. But for now, it will at least give Marcy a place to store some stuff. like that. Oh, the wind's blowing the wrong way. Shucks. So unfortunately, when we built the shop, we didn't know we were going to get a boat. And now with the wake tower on the boat, it actually doesn't fit. So I do have a way to remedy that. I can just undo the bottom 2 bolts over on here and the tower will lay down, and then the boat should fit into the shop. Now for next year, we're going to build another building, just like a lean-to type building that is going to house all of our outdoor equipment, trailers, boats, skid steer, you know, all of that kind of stuff, lawnmower, because I want this space for building, not for storing. That was a lot of work, but it's tucked in here, out of the weather. Marcy's home to inspect my terrible craftsmanship.
Oh, I don't have high hopes now.
No, don't have high hopes.
Is it level?
See, I told you guys she would care about the levelness.
Because the one shelf in the closet is not level, and it's been like that for 3 years. So he called these. It's funny because he's editing this video right now. And I saw that he called these marriage-saving shelves. I just like to let you know our marriage was not in jeopardy.
I said that too later.
I don't know the reaction you want me to have.
You should be grateful.
Well, I am grateful, but you're like, don't judge me on my craftsmanship. And I'm like, they look like all the other shelves you've done.
Well, they're not painted. They don't have the edging.
I just thought how you meant there's like a kind of a gap.
Well, that's, yeah. I talk about that in the video too. Because it's not actually straight. Anyways, that wall's not straight. I know. Whoever built it was a freaking idiot because it's not square.
Well, the thing is we ran into this problem a few times. But that's okay. No, they look great. They're going to work out perfectly. Honestly, this is the best because, wow, this is a really...
That's a tall... We could just cut it with a saw, honestly. Because all your other wallpaper is shorter.
I think you said that last year.
Probably.
Let's just cut it with a saw. And I was like, "Okay, can you do that?" And you're like, "No, my saw's not set up."
It'll be set up this Christmas.
But no, that's it.
Well, I figure when we actually do this room, we'll probably rebuild the shelves, make them nicer, and use better material. So I was like, it's kind of a temporary thing.
But no,
So is like not finishing this. It's been temporary for 2 years, so whatever.
Yeah, this works good though because then if I get a step stool, I can.
I forget you're so short.
The stuff up there won't be stuff that, I mean, if I stack it that high, which I probably won't, this is what needs to go up there. I don't know why you left this one down here. Do you see what this is? It's a box of paint.
What, you think our kids can get to that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Perfect. Okay, we're good. But, hey, thank you so much.
You're not going to divorce me now?
I wasn't even going to divorce you before. But you know what? I can just, now, when I get really frustrated that you're hunting all the freaking time, I don't sit there and I make this laundry list of things I've been asking to do, and that won't be one of them.
Perfect.
So, thank you.
Sounds like I might have a list of other things I need to do before this hunting season
really kicks off. Did you fix my door?
Your door? No.
The door that would take 1 minute?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I should have. I had everything in here. Well, that's going to do it for us on today's video. A little bit shorter of a video, but thanks for watching, hanging out with me while I whipped out a little project. We'll see y'all tomorrow.